Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week I am doing a full face of just like nothing really new to me, just different look. I am wearing kind of like a mustardy top today, and so I'm gonna go kind of for like a fall vibe. It has been a week, probably not the time I'm uploading this, but the time I'm actually filming. So that's partially why I'm like, okay, I don't have anything like special planned. It's just gonna be kind of like a get ready with me. I'm going to a housewarming party later today, so I want to look cute, but probably not like too overly glam because it's just kind of like an outdoor picnic type ordeal. So I hope you guys just enjoy getting ready with me today. Okay, so I kid you not, Wes just knocked on the door. I edited that part out, but even he knows it's been kind of a week because he came in and brought me this. I guess he went to McDonald's because he's like a Mountain Dew-aholic. And so he got me an iced caramel macchiato because I don't know, he must just feel like, wow, she's looking rough today. But he like extra must know because he even put my Jeffree Star straw in here. So, ooh. He's like, man, she needs to revitalize if we're going to make it through this house party. Because it's actually his friend from high school and his girlfriend. They just got a house. So we're going to celebrate that with them. But back to the makeup because, and this will be a good idea for you guys, I have like 40 minutes to get ready. So this video is not going to be 40 minutes long, but I have to kind of hustle. So I'm going to start with the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio here. I use this in my 10 and under video. I'll link that below if you haven't seen it yet. Great items under $10. This is the Primer Base Blur and Pore Minimized. It's in shade 400 here. This really reminds me of the original Smashbox primer. If you like that one, you would love this one. And this one is, like I said, under $10, whereas the Smashbox one, holy smokes, not under $10, not even under $20, I don't think. I did not really care for this primer that much. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it really blurred my makeup, or not really my makeup, my pores any. And it kind of just feels greasy. But at this point I have the full size and I'll use it. I don't like hate it enough that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna return it. It's just not my favorite. I think that's partially just because I have oily skin too, and it's more of the silicone-y. I like mattifying primers. So, I don't know, maybe I'll ask my mom to try it and see what she thinks, because I know we have different skin types. But just to help out a little bit so that I do think my pores are minimized, sometimes I'll layer primers. I'm going to do that now. I'm going with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Of course, this is the infamous $8 primer that Jeffree Star reviewed, and then you couldn't find it anywhere for like a month. So I finally got my hands on this. I don't do this all over the base. I just kind of go into the sections that my makeup either wears off really faster than the other parts of my faces, or I do have really, really, really large pores. Both my brother and I both have such big pores, which is why it's even more important for us to have good skincare so that we're cleaning the dirt out of those pores, because otherwise we break out really easily. And I like to do a little bit on my head too, because I do have some fine lines on my forehead that I feel like if I press this in, it does kind of help to get rid of those. And I literally look like an oil slick right now, which I hate, but we're not gonna leave it that way. I'm actually gonna use a pretty mattifying foundation today. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. I don't think I've used this on my channel yet. This is in shade Light. And this I picked up for, I think it was on sale, but it was only $10. This is one of my favorite foundations. It looks very natural. It doesn't look like thick and cakey, even though it is full coverage. And it's got a nice little pump. Now, I will say, this says up to 24-hour matte finish. No. No, no, no. It looks really good till, I would say, like maybe 6-7 hours in. For me, I always break up around the nose first, but I can get through like a 12-hour day and still look pretty good on this, but I would not trust it for 24 hours. The other thing is, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but who cares if it lasts 24 hours? Like, no one is wearing their makeup 24 hours, right? Like, You should not sleep in your makeup. That's so bad for your skin. So why do I even care if it's gonna last 24 hours? Like 12, I get, 14, I get, but like you need to get a new job if they're making you work 24 hours straight, you know? Like, unless you're in like the medical field or something like that, I guess that you work shifts like that all the time. I don't know. Is that just me, or do you guys think that's excessive? So I'm just bouncing with a dampened beauty blender. This is my NYX sponge. And just gonna go all over the face. Okay, so that's looking pretty good now. And if you didn't notice, this particular sponge is angled on one side here. So I really like that so that I can go up like directly under the eye. I have not been wearing a lot of concealer lately because I can't find one that is not good with not creasing. So if you have a foundation that you really like and it kind of like self sets, let me know in the comments down below, because what happens is I have concealers that I really like that are brightening for the parts that get a little dark here, but then when I go in with my powder, it just looks like dry and like I have a crepe under my eye, and I do not want that. So I usually just take like a little bit at the end just on my finger and like tap it to give me another layer of the foundation up here, because I don't want to look like, I don't know, when I say crepe, like it's like you can see literally every little wrinkle of skin, and I just feel like it ages me so much and I hate that. Um Somebody told me they try the trick of like they use foundation, but they get two different foundation shades, so they just use like a lighter color of the foundation under their eyes. I don't know. It's not like super dark under there. I don't know. I just don't know. Again, dark circles need the coffee. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, and a lot of caramel today. McDonald's McCafe, I'm telling you. Sometimes they like food wise it's like but I really like their coffee personally. Okay, so speaking of setting, I am gonna use my Cokie. Wow, not Cokie. What am I saying? I am gonna use my Coty Airspun powder. I've been using it a lot and it's still so full. Like, can you see that? It's all the way up to the brim and I've been using it every day. Still same thing. It's an awful fragrance. I hate it so much, but I'm going to use it. I bought it. But I just take this big lid and I like dump some into it the day before and let it like air out, so to speak, I guess. So it's not as like strong and overpowering and doesn't give me like a terrible headache. So that's the tea on that. Okay, so I'm going to take that on my Morphe Jeffree Star JS2 brush. And I'm not going to take very much, but I'm just going to go under the eye a little bit to set that extra layer of foundation. I'm going to go on the head where I get oily after a few hours usually. Nose, side of the nose, on both sides, obviously. And the chin. And then if I have any extra on my brush, I just take like the excess. I don't dunk in again just to like give everything a nice layer. So I don't use too much powder. That's partially why it's lasting forever too. So there is that. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the brows. And I don't think I've shown you guys that I'm using this bold brow thing in like several videos, but I don't think I've actually like done my brows on camera. I could be wrong, but I'm using my Avon. It's actually an eyeliner brush. It's double-ended. You can use your eyeliner with gel. I think it works better. You can smudge with this brush if you want more of a grungy look, but there's also this angled side that I like to use for my eyebrows. So for me, I just try to follow the natural shape. My eyebrows aren't terrible. I do a little line at the bottom to like outline them. You can see the difference between this one with nothing and this one that has the powder on it. It's not going to stay that way, but that's how it looks for now. Then I'm going to fill in the middle where it looks sparse. Notice I didn't dip in again because the shade is pretty dark and I do want it to look natural still. And then I'll just fill in this. Why this angle comes in really handy, because I go along this arch at an angle. And then I lightly dip in as needed to fill in this middle. Kind of travel down the arch until I get to this part, because my brow, the way it grows like up here and then sideways. It's just kind of weird. So then I'll take where I drew this line, this brush, and I'll just go straight up and work it into the rest of my brow here. And I think that makes it look a lot more natural than some people do, like the weird, like blocky eyebrows, which I don't think look good at all, but I know a lot of people that do it. So, I mean, you do you, but personally, I think this looks a lot nicer. So again, there's my normal brow. There's the one that's done. They're not like crazy different. They're not crazy. I'm just outlining and filling in where it's sparse. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other one just the same way. Okay, I wasn't liking how the tail of this one was looking. It wasn't really cooperating initially, but I think I got it worked out. So now I'm just going to take this Cella eyebrow defining gel. It's clear. It's got a nice little spoolie on the end. And I'm just going to brush that through my brows so they stay exactly in the same place. And don't move, because sometimes if they move, then if there was a spot that I missed filling in, it'll show that sparseness. So this just makes them stay in the same formation as when I filled them in. So they look like this all day. Oh, gotta get my big, this is my travel kit, by the way, guys, that I go everywhere with. It's got like a nice spot for brushes. It's got dividers in there. I really like this. Wes got me this for my birthday like 2 years ago. He knows me. He knows me. I mean, come on. So, we're going to go ahead and go to the eyes. And I'm going to take my little BB Mini, like I usually do, my Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. This one is a nude. Still working on it. Still milking it. It really doesn't take that much. So, I know the full size is more than $10. I believe it's $12. But, I mean, this little baby one has lasted for months, so I can't imagine how long the full-size one would last. So if you're looking for an eyeshadow primer, this might be one to look into if you're looking for something that is not super expensive, but is going to last for a long time. And I wear this every single day. I never have any problems with it irritating me. It doesn't break me out. And let me tell you, my eyeshadow, it does not crease. I don't care if I've been at the school for 12 hours. It looks like I just did it. I mean, the foundation, yeah, sometimes that can't be helped, but like my eyelids don't get oily the way my face does. So that's why. I'm going to go ahead and do a little layer of powder under my eyes, just in case we have any fallout here, because I'm going to do my eyeshadow next. And I do not have the time or, frankly, the patience today to have to go back in and do half my makeup again if I have any fallout. So we're just going to bake for a little bit here. All right, also update for those of you that kind of like follow me in life and are kind of wondering. I did close on my first house, so I own a house now, which is so exciting. Wes and I are moving. We're having people come and help in moving most of our stuff tomorrow, actually, which again, we will already be there probably by the time this like goes up, because I'm pre-filming a couple different videos, I think, today. But yeah, that's really exciting, and it's going to be kind of closer to work, and it just financially made sense to be paying the same amount of month that we were for rent to like own it and not just be giving it to someone else. So yay. For eyeshadow, I'm going to kind of try to match my shirt a little bit here, and I'm going to go in with the Essence Spiritual Gangster eyeshadow palette. Again, this was in my 10 and under video. Guys, this was on sale and I used Ulta points and got it for like $4 and some cents. And it has a lot of shadows in it. It really does. So my look I did in my last video, I did down here. It was kind of like a bluish purpley-ish look. Today I'm going to play with the top half. I have not swatched these even at all. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm excited to test these out and see how they go. I really like the look before that I did in my other video. So I think it'll be great. I mean, obviously, never tried them, but I'm going somewhere, so it'll be whatever it is. I'm going to go in with my Morphe Jeffree Star JS6 brush. I'm going to take It's a Vibe, which is like the just neutral shade to like pat down over my entire eyelid. There is a bit of fallout in this palette. I couldn't remember from the last time because it was several weeks ago when I filmed with it, and I've only used it that one time. I have not been reaching for this on a daily basis, but that doesn't necessarily mean I don't like it, because for me, a lot of times I'll try to save like the stuff I like for special occasions. I don't know if you guys are like that too or not. So I have certain palettes that I'm like, okay, this is fine, but it was free from Ulta, so I'm just going to use that as my everyday whatever because I didn't spend a lot on it and I don't care and it still looks fine, but it's like nothing special or fancy. So I do like this so far, and that's kind of why I haven't used it, because I'm like, ooh, I like it. I want to save it for when I'm like going places. So I use this It's a Vibe all over the lid. And then I'm going to swatch Lemonade here because I can't tell like how pigmented it's going to be. It kind of looks pastel, but I don't know. Ooh, it's very chalky, guys. Very chalky. So there's that shade. It's like, it's not pigmented at all. I'm going to swatch that whole row because I'm trying to see what's going to match my shirt here. Right next to that, we have Bodak. That looks a little more like orange. You can see that one showing up better. She Bougie, that might be the winner to use because that looks really good. It's like orangey but yellowy but gold. I don't know. And then we have She Bad. Ooh, that one is pigmented. That one's nice, you guys. Yeah, Lemonade's not great. Maybe that would be good for like inner corner or something if you were doing neutral. I know I've seen a lot of those looks where they're neutral and then they're like just yellow in the corner of the eye. So that might be good. But I think I'm actually going to go in with... Oh, I'm going to do She Bougie. I'm nervous. Here's why. Because She Bougie is a metallic, and usually I like a matte shade in my transition area. So that's why I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't know. I have other matte yellows and other palettes I could use, but we're going to be adventurous. We're going to see how it goes. I'm not going to do a lot because I just want it as like a little transition shade. I'm going to do something else. Okay, so it looks a little more orange on my eyes than it does in the pan, interestingly enough. I think I'm going to do a little bit of Humble on top. I'll show you in a minute, but I'm kind of working with the fallout here. And I'm going to go slightly above that, just so it doesn't look so like, it looks a little like crazy orange. So I use this Humble shade right here to go slightly above that, and I like how it looks a lot better. That is a matte shade. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix them. I'm going to go Rockstar and Major Key. It's like a nice mauve mixed with a brown. And I'm going to work that and do that on my actual lid here. And please note that I have used the same brush the entire time so far, which I like to do sometimes. These brushes are the best brushes, like the highest quality I have at this point. Like, they seriously have not disappointed me. So if you don't have like a brush set, the Jeffree Star Morphe one has been so good. Ugh, I had an itch, but I didn't want to use my hands. And it is a little up there. I think it's like $49, but you get a lot in the set. And also, you can use code JSTAR for 10% off. That'll at least save you like shipping. And whether you like him or not, I mean, he's been very open about saying he's not going to be accepting any of the money from his code. He's been donating a lot to teachers and different community resources, which I really like, being that I'm a teacher, but there's plenty of codes. Do whatever you want, but you can save money on it that way. So I think now I'm going to go in with this Bodak shade just into the outer corner and kind of start to deepen up this section only. Ooh, that's pretty. And I'll go a little bit into the crease too with it, just to give it like a little mustardy look. And I think I'm going to go in with Major Key again. That's the brown shade also on the outer corner because it's still not as dark as I would like it out there. Okay, now I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to try this lemonade on the inner corner. We'll see if I hate it or not. It's kind of a lot at first. We'll see if we can work with it. Give it a minute here. Give it a minute. I'm going to take my eyeshadow Ultra brush and just calm down the edges a little bit there because she's a lot. Now the other thing that I didn't do, I did these all dry, so I could also try to amp up the pigmentation of that a little bit by wetting it with the setting spray, which I did not do. And I'm not putting anything extra on my brush, but I'm just taking what's left and running it underneath the lower lash line here as close to the eye as I can get without poking myself in the eye. Ooh, good thing we did powder. You see that fallout there? Hoping that wipes away easily, otherwise I'm not gonna be very happy. And then I'm just gonna take It's a Vibe again, the clean brush we learned from one of our other videos. I'll see if I can find that where I messed up my makeup completely, forgetting and reusing the same brush. So It's a Vibe, that was our base layer up here again. And I think I'm going to wipe away the powder and be done with the eyes for now. Again, I'm not trying to go too glam. This is more of a natural look, you know, outdoor picnic, fall, nice vibes. And I'll be right back. Okay, so it did come off. It dusted off as an extra precaution. I took that same JS2 that I used before and dipped it in powder, even though I had powder here, and I just went swipe, swipe, and it came right off. It was great, no fallout. I like it a lot. Again, we're looking very natural. The skin just looks like clean and matte, and we have like a nice little brown with a little hint of a mustard yellow, not too much in there. You could totally go for more if you want. Again, this palette was only $4 from Essence, really good. There's still more colors I haven't even touched. Like, I really want to do a look down here. I love this like Antidote and No Limit. That looks so fun. But that is the eyes today. I'm gonna move on and go to the face, and you'll forgive me again for this is Faceful of Nothing New. Just getting ready here, kind of trying to use up things I have. I'm going in with, this is an Ulta Beauty blush brush, but with the shape that this is, I like this for contouring. Going with my trusty Ciate London Bamboo Bronzer in Palm Island. Getting even closer, like we're beyond hitting pan. Do you see that? Like I am milking the rims of this little BB $2 Ipsy sample to get all my money's worth, but it's so good. It just looks really good on me and it bronzes me up so nicely. Oh, this is one that it's like, if I didn't have any other bronzer waiting for me to use after this, I would just repurchase this one because I like it that much. But I do have a lot of other ones from Ulta that are kind of like stacked up. So I'm going to be dipping into those next, which the LA Colors one is going to go next just because I want to use it up for my like everyday stuff. I won't necessarily use that stuff like every time in my videos because I don't want you guys to get bored either. But just an update there. And when everything's moving to the new house, I mean, you're going to notice because I'm not going to be in this spare bedroom anymore, but let me tell you, this house is so nice sized. And the downstairs is like really modern and nice, but the upstairs has not been redone in like years. So you're going to be able to tell and be like, where are you right now? Well, it's what will be my beauty room, but it's all going to have to get kind of like redone. I'm going to have to like do a lot of updates style wise, painting, stuff like that. So it might look a little rough at first, but I'm going to get it all organized and nice. And we actually got a house that's bigger than we need as far as like number of bedrooms and stuff, but that is because, you know, some people have like a sewing room or a craft room. I'm gonna make that my filming slash beauty room, which you might be like, wow, really? Wes is gonna let you do that? Okay, first of all, Wes doesn't tell me what to do, and I don't mean that in a rude way. I just mean like we're 50-50. Like if you want to do something, like we're not idiots, we trust each other. But second of all, right now we have a one teensy tiny little bathroom and all my products are all over the sink. And so it's like really hard for him to even function to like shave or anything in there when he goes in. So he's like, you mean you want space to put all this crap so it's not in my way? Yes, by all means, do that. Get it out of my way. So I'm really excited about that because it's not going to be as cramped anymore. It's going to be nice. Wow, sorry, just did my blush. Forgot to tell you, same brush. Ulta Beauty Paradise Found blush. Same one that I also hit pan on. Still got a little bit to go in this guy, but I just like how it gives you like a nice little sun-kissed look. The only thing that I will say that some people might not like about this blush is it does have a little bit of shimmer, like glitter inside of it. So if you don't like glitter inside your blush or on your face, you don't want that one. But Ulta Beauty has nice blushes, so you might just want a different formula, but still from Ulta because it's nice. I don't know why I'm being so aggressive with my brush right now. I need to, the caffeine's kicking in. I'm getting aggressive. Oh, and apparently chugging. Okay, slow down. Oh, what do I need next? I'm kind of assessing here as I go. I like my complexion, how it turned out today. It looks really good. I'm not seeing really like any of the fine lines in like the spots that I would without the makeup, so that pore filling stuff did its job. Notice I don't look like dewy or greasy the way I did when I first put on that Master Prime, that foundation that NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. This is really good. And they have a matching concealer. I don't think they have a powder in that line, but I could be wrong on that. Feel free to correct me if you know the answer to that, because it's just too hard to keep up and research with every single line that comes out sometimes. I'm going to go in now with my waterproof lash enhancing Carbon Black Ico London Black Magic Eyeliner. And I'm not going to do lashes today, guys, because again, like, I'm not saying lashes are extra all the time. Like, you can pull off a natural lash and it'll look nice and it won't look like too glam, but I just like am feeling kind of like sinus infection-y. Like, I don't sound stuffy, but like I just woke up feeling like I feel sick, honestly, today. And it's not in a like pukey way. It's just like the pressure in here and here. And I'm like, I don't know. Lashes just feel like they would be too heavy for my eyes in my mind right now. I mean, maybe I'm just being a baby, but it is what it is. I was going to open this and use a mirror, but I will say that's the one thing about this. There's no mirror in it. So hold on. Let me get a mirror. Okay, went ahead and lined the lids off camera there. Not my like most even best eyeliner day of my life, I don't think, but like it'll work. I find, you guys may have realized this, if I get close and then I go, ooh, let me go the extra mile for the perfection, I end up trying to correct it so much that I make it worse and I screw it up. So I'm just going to leave it at close enough. It looks kind of wild because I don't have mascara on yet, but we're doing that next. So I'm doing the Tarte Man-Eater Mascara. This is my little baby one. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't like this at first. I really didn't, and I was using it just because it came in Ipsy. But what I realized was it looks really good with multiple coats. So I think I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with one coat so you can see where I'm coming from. and then I'll show it to you with 2 coats. So there it is with 1 coat. I mean, you can kind of see my lash there, like it's visible, but it's just not, it's not enough. So let me show you 2 coats. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but this eye has 2 coats. I'm trying to tilt so you can see a little bit here. And then this has 1. I see a very big difference between the 2. Sorry if it's not translating well on camera here, but there's 2 and there's 1. Okay, so there's the mascara. And here we are so far. Big difference from the beginning, I know. And oh, what do we need? Setting spray. Setting spray is what we need. You know what? I think I want to use one I haven't used in a while. Give me 1 moment. All right, so I am going to go in with my Jeffree Star Morphe Set Refresh Mist Starberry Scent setting spray here. If you haven't seen my review of the setting spray and also the Morphe Jeffree Star palette, I'll link that video down below as well so you can hear my thoughts on that, but that's what I'm going to use today. Recap, still love the continuous mist. The smell's not as bad as I remember. It still reminds me of medicine, but it's like, when I was little, I don't know what it was called, but there used to be this pink medicine that you had to keep in the refrigerator, and you had to like pour it into a medicine cup from the refrigerator, and I don't know what it was called, but that smells like that to me. So I don't know, it just reminded me that I'm like feeling ill, which is not what I want my makeup to do. And we're just gonna highlight a little bit here. This is the Ofra highlighter. Rodeo Drive is the shade. And I am taking that on my JS4 brush. Just a little subtle glow, not anything too wild and crazy. I don't like to do the full strip of the nose. I know some people do, but I like to do a little at the top and then a little at the tip. I think it makes it look more like a natural shine than when you have like a straight, full-blown silver thing down your whole face. But that might just be me personally. I don't know. There's that. And for lip, I'm going to go in with another Ulta freebie. This is the Ulta Beauty Lip Crayon in shade Festival. As you can see, it is well loved. There is no tip. It comes sharpened usually, but it still works. I love this because it's a little twisty crank. So it's always hard for me to sharpen these like fat ones. I did order from Nude Sticks one of their sharpeners specifically for these like fat crayons because I have a few that I feel like I just like waste the product when I sharpen it. Also not doing lip liner today. So yeah, I did my makeup in about 42 minutes, so that was pretty good. I know that's not what you guys are seeing in the video, but just in case you wondered, like real time, how long this takes me. Now, I can go much quicker if I'm not explaining every step and showing every product, so I still think this could be a quick look for you if you're getting ready in, 20 minutes. I think it can be done. You just have to have practiced your routine enough that you can go, I know exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going, and maybe not be like me where you're like, I'm going to pick my colors as I go. Like you might have to pre-plan out your look a little bit, but I think this looks really nice and I'm really happy with how it turned out, my words. And I'm probably going to like zhuzh my hair up a little bit because it's feeling a little flat today. But yeah, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to share, spread the word about our cute little fam that is growing, and subscribe. Have a great one, guys.